Hello everyone, this is BSc third year class of complex analysis. So today we are going to discuss limit involving the point at infinity. Limit involving point at infinity. Point at infinity. So write down the statement of the theorem. If Z0 and W0 are the points in the if Z0 and W0 are the points in the Z plane and W plane respectively, if Z0 and W0 are the points in the Z plane and W plane respectively, then first limit Z tending to Z0 Fz is equal to infinity if and only if limit Z tending to Z0 1 by f of z is equal to 0. Second, limit Z tending to Z0 Fz is equal to W0 if and only if limit Z tending to Z0 f of 1 by z is equal to W0. Moreover, limit Z tending to Z0 Fz is equal to infinity if and only if limit Z tending to 0 f of 1 divided by f of 1 by z is equal to 0. Now understand the statement of the theorem. So if the limit of the function f of z at z equal to z0 is infinity, then obviously 1 by infinity is 0. So first point of the theorem is well defined. Now if the limit of the function at z0 is w0, then limit of the function f of 1 by z0 is also w0. So you can prove this theorem your own. So this is the homework for you to prove the theorem. Now let us solve some examples. Example first, limit z tending to -1 iz plus 3 upon z plus 1 is equal to infinity. We have to show that the limit of this function, so this is the rational function, iz plus 3 divided by z plus 1 is equal to infinity. So let us solve it. Limit z tending to -1, so take z common, so z I plus 3 by z divided by, take z common, 1 plus 1 by z. So z get cancelled, and if we put the limit, then what will happen? So I minus 3 divided by 1 minus 1, 1 plus minus 1, so it is I minus 3 divided by 0, it is equal to infinity. So we are done with the example first. Now example second. Limit z tending to minus 1, z plus 1 divided by I z plus 3, I z plus 3. So let us solve it. Limit z tending to minus 1, take z common, 1 plus 1 by z, take z common, I plus 3 by z. So it is, and if we put the limit, then 1 minus 1 divided by I minus 3. So 0 divided by I minus 3 is equal to 0. Now third example. Limit z tending to infinity, 2z cube minus 1 divided by z square plus 1. So let us solve. Limit z tending to infinity, so take z square common, maximum power, so 2z minus 1 by z square divided by, so z square common, 1 plus 1 by z square. So z square will get cancelled, so it is infinity. So z is equal to infinity minus 0 divided by 1 plus 0 is equal to infinity. So these are the some 3 examples with limit involving the point at infinity. Now write down the definition of continuity. Continuity. If a function f is continuous at a point z0, if a function f is continuous at point z0, if all the following 3 conditions are satisfied. If the all following conditions are satisfied. So first condition, limit z tending to z0, fz must exist. So this must exist. Second, f of z0 exist. F of z0 exist. And third, limit z tending to z0, f of z is equal to f of z0. So if the function at z is equal to z0 satisfies these 3 conditions, then we say that the function f is continuous at point z0. If at least one of the 3 conditions is not satisfied by the function f of z, then we say that the function f is not continuous at z0. Now theorem. The composition of continuous functions is also continuous. The composition of continuous functions is also continuous. Means if f and g are continuous functions at point z0, then f o g of z and g o f of z are also continuous at point z0. So from this theorem we can say that the composition of 2 continuous functions is also continuous. Now write down the statement of this second theorem about the continuity. If the function fz is continuous, if the function fz is continuous and non-zero at a point z0, is continuous and non-zero at z0, that is f of the z0 is not equal to 0 throughout some at a point z0, non-zero at a point z0, then through f of z, then f of z is not equal to 0 throughout some neighborhood of that point, throughout some neighborhood of that point. So understand the statement of the theorem. If the function fz is continuous and non-zero at z0, if this point is z0 and this is the neighborhood of z0, if the function is continuous at point z0 and non-zero, means f of z0 is not equal to 0 at z0 and fz is continuous at z0, then there exists a neighborhood of z0 such that the function is non-zero throughout the neighborhood. If this is mod z0 is less than or equal to k, this is a neighborhood of z0, then the function fz is non-zero throughout some neighborhood of z0. Now theorem third about the continuity of complex valued function. Theorem third. If a function f is continuous throughout the region R, if the function f is continuous throughout the region R, that is both closed and bounded, that is, so this region is both closed and bounded, then there exists a non-negative real number m, then there exists a non-negative real number m such that fz is less than or equal to m for all z belongs to R. So understand the theorem. If the function f is continuous throughout the region R, so this region is both closed and bounded, then there exists a non-negative real number m such that f of z is less than or equal to m. So if the function is continuous on some domain which is closed and bounded, then the function is bounded on that region. So this theorem says that if the function is continuous throughout the region which is closed and bounded, then function is bounded. So every continuous function on a bounded set is bounded. So from this we can say that, one note, every continuous function on a closed and bounded set is bounded. So for example, fz is equal to z square on the closed interval 0, 1. So this function is continuous as well as bounded on this region, therefore fz is bounded on 0, 1. So f of 0 is equal to 1 and f of 1 is equal to 1. So the range of this function is 0 to 1 itself. Therefore every continuous function on a closed and bounded set is bounded. So today's lecture I am going to stop over here. Thank you.